make to a traditional IRA may be fully or partially tax deductible depending on your individual circumstances. Distributions from an individual retirement account are taxed as ordinary income. What workers anticipate in terms of retirement income sources may differ considerably from what retirees actually experience. How do these sources of income impact your personal retirement? Please call the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger to discuss your retirement income plan. Call us today at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier, WL Alliance LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
It's 22 degrees. It's 7 minutes after 6 o'clock here as we get the morning show rolling here on this Thursday morning, the 10th day of January. My goodness, we are starting to ratchet it up here in 2019. We know we're ratcheting it up with some birthday honorees today. Let me tell you about these folks. How about Mary Frances Lowe? Miss Mary Frances, another birthday wish from the class of 64 at Austin Tracy High School. Happy birthday to Mary Frances Lowe today. We have Melissa Barber on the list, Adam Sexton. We have it's Keith. Keith Stockton had a birthday yesterday. He's a cousin to Karam and Chase, and want to be sure and get Keith Stockton on there from yesterday. Also from yesterday, we missed Libby West's birthday, so take care of Libby West. And then Fred Stockton has a birthday today. Fred is a brother to Keith. And Karam Kimball has a birthday today, too. Now, Karam is a cousin to Keith and Fred and Chase. Do you get the idea there's a big celebration coming up here? Chase Freeman has a birthday, too, and Chase is a cousin to every one of these folks. And Luther Rainey has a birthday today. So does Stacy Lynn Morgan. Natalia Shannon is 10. Zane Greer has a birthday. Barry Coffey, Eric Lundeen, Brenda Lowe, and Mary Jo Adams, all having birthdays today. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, here we are for you at WCLUradio.com. Good morning, 22 degrees. Wes Royce and the Morning News Report next.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
For WCLU Local News, I am Wes Royce reporting. A Glasgow man was placed under arrest after repeatedly telling Glasgow police officers that he was his brother. 26-year-old Troy Vibert was pulled over on a routine traffic stop. The man could not produce a photo ID, but repeatedly said his name was Zachary Vibert, born on December 7th of 1997. Glasgow police warned Vibert that if he was giving any false information, that he would be charged, and Vibert insisted that his name was Zachary Vibert and his date of birth was 12/07/1997. Officers ran the information through NCIC and the picture did not match. The officer advised him that the information he gave was a boy that the policeman had actually gone to school with and that he was not him. The subject stated his real name was Troy Vibert and that Zachary was his brother. It was determined that his identity was Troy Vibert and the date of birth was April the 28th, 1992. During investigation, it was also determined that Vibert lied about information because he had 4 active warrants dating back to June of 2018, and he was trying to avoid being detected. He was lodged in the Barron County Jail. On Monday night, Deputy Stephen Shields and Deputy Jacob Hodges with the Hart County Sheriff's Office responded to a drug complaint at 91 Cedar Cliff Church Road in Horse Cave. Upon arrival, deputies gained probable cause for the execution of a search warrant. Upon execution of the warrant, over 9 pounds of marijuana and over $17,000 cash were discovered. Arrested were Nicholas K. Boer, age 24 of Horse Cave, Jared M. Boer, age 26 of Horse Cave, and Katrina P. Soto, age 25 of Greensburg. All subjects were charged with trafficking in marijuana over 5 pounds, first offense, drug paraphernalia buy/possess. All were lodged in the Hart County Jail. Assisting on the scene was the Munfordville Police Department and the Kentucky State Police. On Sunday morning, Deputy Bruce Neville with the Hart County Sheriff's Office responded to a possible wanted subject around the 8,000 block of Priceville Road who was possibly hiding in the woods. Deputy Neville and Deputy Caleb Butler found and arrested Clifford Schaffner, age 46, for drug paraphernalia buy/possess and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. A Barron County indictment was also served for trafficking in a controlled substance, first-degree first offense, tampering with physical evidence, drug paraphernalia buy/possess, carrying a concealed deadly weapon, and persistent felony offender first degree. Schaffner was lodged in the Hart County Jail. Warren County has a new sheriff, and that's not something you can say very often. After Peanuts Gaines held the office for many decades, Brett Hightower is the man in charge of the sheriff's office in Warren County. He's hosting a meet and greet on January the 18th. The event will be held in the Warren County Fiscal Courtroom. It will take place from 10 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. The number of members serving on the Barron County Special Ambulance Taxing District Board could see a rise in the number of individuals comprising that board. The Administrative Committee is holding a meeting to vote on whether or not to increase the number of representatives from 3 to 5. That meeting will take place on Tuesday, January 15th at 7:15 a.m. in the Fiscal Courtroom. It is expected that appointments will be made to the Taxing District Board during the meeting. Recommendations on county employees will be made as well. More local news when we continue here on WCLU. Right now it is 6:14 and 22 degrees.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
It just takes one look at the new facility at 1300 West Main Street, and you can tell the People's Bank is growing. And that's because we have great customers who know a thing or two about growth. And what they'll all tell you is, well, the best growth strategy has always been hard work. That's why when it came time for Jerry Anderson to expand his cattle operation, he trusted the growth of his herd to the People's Bank, who worked hard to find the unique solutions to fit his needs. Experience what growth can be like with the People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gillyhide.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
WCLU News Time is 6:16. And more local news at this hour. Each year, thousands of Sandhill cranes make Barron River Lake a stop on their journey back home. Join Barron River Lake State Resort Park during its Nature Watch weekend, January 23rd through the 27th, to get up close to these beautiful cranes as they migrate through the area. Participants can register for one of two trips. The morning sunrise trip takes guests to the roosting site before sunrise to experience the beauty of the cranes leaving the roost as they journey to nearby cornfields to spend the day. The sunset trip begins by viewing the birds in the cornfields and ends at the roosting site, so you can view the magnificence of thousands of cranes circling overhead as they get ready to settle down for the night. The dates selected are based on historical records under normal weather conditions in January and past trends of the crane's arrival in the area. This narrow window of opportunity can vary by several days based on weather and the crane's migration schedule. The registration fee includes all educational sessions, a box lunch, a long-sleeve t-shirt, and your choice of a morning or afternoon tour by van. Call the park at 270-646-2151 for more details. Governor Matt Bevin has called for a special election to fill a vacancy in the Kentucky Senate. Former Senator Ray Jones, a Democrat from Pikeville, resigned the 31st District seat, which covers Elliott, Lawrence, Martin, Morgan, and Pike counties, and after he was elected Pike County Judge Executive in November. Governor Bevin issued the writ of election on Monday, the day before the General Assembly convened and set the special election for March the 5th. According to the Secretary of State's office, the filing deadline for Republican and Democratic candidates nominated by their parties and independent and political group or organization candidates must be filed with the Secretary of State's office no later than Tuesday, January the 15th. The 2019 Kentucky General Assembly was gavelled into order Tuesday with the House naming a 9-member panel to examine a disputed election. The first order of business was the swearing in of all members who were certified as winning the November election and included 32 new lawmakers. One of them was Representative Jim Glemm, Democrat from Owensboro, who defeated Republican incumbent D.J. Johnson in the 13th district race by 1 vote. Johnson filed to contest the results, and a board chosen by lot from the other members will determine whether to sustain the certified results. After taking their oath of office, members elected Representative David Osborne, a Republican from Prospect, Speaker of the House, and Representative David Meade, a Republican from Stanford, as Speaker pro tem, both by acclamation. The House Committee on Committees then approved a report establishing an election contest board to address Johnson's filing. The names of those 9 members were drawn at random to be members of a board. Each person whose name was drawn was called to the front of the chamber, where Speaker Osborne asked each of them, "Can you, without great personal inconvenience, serve on the board without an undue bias for or against either of the parties?" Each of those answered that they could. Steve Riley from Barron County will serve, in addition to 8 other members who will serve, including 3 Democrats and 5 Republicans. They are Patty Minner, a Democrat from Bowling Green, Tommy Turner from Somerset, a Republican, Rocky Adkins, a Democrat from Sandy Hook, the minority floor leader, and Jason Petrie, Republican from Elkton, Bart Rowland from Tompkinsville, Matthew Koch, a Republican from Paris, John Carney, Republican, Campbellsville, and the majority floor leader, and also Josie Raymond, a Democrat from Louisville. Mentor, Koch, and Raymond are all members who took the oath of office for the first time yesterday. Glenn, who noted the election results giving him a 1-vote win, were certified by the Davis County and State Board of Elections, told reporters he was concerned about the process. He says, quote, "My concern is not about me. My concern is over the next 10, 20, or 30 years. If you do this now and you're telling the public that 1 vote counts, who are you kidding? I think they have already made their decision," he said, referring to the majority Republicans. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. Up next, we have this week's Scotty Report from Glasgow High School.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Attention, all students, check your first semester grades on Infinite Campus. If you see a problem, let your teachers know. Grades will be posted to transcripts this Friday, so all grade corrections should be made no later than this afternoon. Friday is the deadline to register for the February ACT. AP students, don't forget AP exam registration is now open. Please make sure to register for your exams before the early bird deadline, February 25th. If you have questions, please see Miss Martin. Also, students should stop by the yearbook table set up outside the cafeteria to check the spelling of their name for the yearbook. Seniors should also stop by to choose their yearbook photo and turn in their senior quote. Attention seniors, a representative from KHEAA will be here on Friday, January 11th from 1 to 3 to assist with FAFSA issues. Any boy or girl wishing to play Scotty tennis this season should stop by the office before February 1st and pick up an information packet. Also, if needed, physical forms are available as well. If you have participated in a fall or winter sport, you don't need another physical to play tennis. Forms included in the packet and physical forms must be turned in at the first practice. The swim team will compete in the Best of the West in Bowling Green this weekend. Congratulations to the Lady Scotty and Scotty basketball teams for their wins over Warren East in their first round of the Class 2A tournament. They will host Allen County this Friday night with the girls' game beginning at 6 and the boys' game will follow. Both teams will travel to Hopkins Central this Saturday to play Callaway County in the second round of the 2A tournament. Good luck to all of our Scotties this weekend. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Kentucky lawmakers are ratcheting up the stakes with a new bill to ban most abortions once a fetal heartbeat is detected. The measure, introduced Tuesday, appears to be on a fast track in the Republican-dominated state Senate. Opponents warn of an immediate legal challenge if it passes. A Senate committee has approved a bill that would move elections for Kentucky's constitutional officers to even-numbered years. Elections for governor, attorney general, and other statewide offices are now held during odd-number years. Senator Chris McDaniel of Kenton County says it's a cost-saving measure.
In fact, the local mandate statement that was produced last year off of the bill, which is identical to this, reflects that the Commonwealth will save about $1.5 million, and state and local governments will save a little over $13.5 million.
Opponents argue it's a Republican attempt to bring statewide races into line with presidential elections. The Food and Drug Administration is warning that a line of candies made in Kentucky could be contaminated with hepatitis A. The FDA says people should not eat Bowers Candy's chocolate or caramel majescas bought after November 14th of 2018. A worker at the 128-year-old company near Lexington tested positive for hepatitis A. And Richmond police are talking with two men seen on surveillance video with a missing 22-year-old woman.
22-year-old Savannah Spurlock has been missing since Friday, when she was last seen leaving a Lexington bar with two men. Her mom, Ellen Spurlock, tells WKYT,
"It scares me to death that she is being held against her will somewhere."
Garrett County Police stopped a truck missing a headlight Wednesday. Two men who were inside the truck were questioned by police, but no charges have been filed. I'm Suzanne Duval.
I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The pages of Outdoor Life and Field & Stream magazines will come to life at the Kentucky Exposition Center January 18th through 20th. It's the expanded Outdoor Life Field & Stream Expo, formerly Deer and Turkey Expo. Don't miss this massive display of top hunting, adventure, and outdoor gear. Meet skilled experts who share your passion. Enter the Trophy Buck Contest. Plus, see the archery trick shot demo, the incredible Dock Dogs, the Whitetail Kings, and continuous helpful seminars. Tickets and more info at fieldandstreamexpo.com.
Changes are coming to Kentucky driver's licenses, permits, and personal IDs in early 2019 to enhance security and keep travelers on the move. Cards will arrive in the mail after applying at your local circuit court clerk's office, have a doubled lifespan of 8 years, and feature new pricing. All cards will be available in a new voluntary travel ID version, accepted to board U.S. flights and access military bases once federal enforcement begins October 2020. Visit drive.ky.gov to learn more.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one, or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit SouthCentralKYMonuments.com.
It's not 7 anything. It's 6:26 and 22 degrees out there this morning. It's been on the chilly side. I think we won't get to the low of 19, but we're toying with it here this morning. And we got some precipitation coming in here as we approach the weekend. In area funeral announcements this hour, Judy Faye Tooley Biggerstaff, age 64, of Tompkinsville, died Wednesday at Monroe County Medical Center. Judy worked 28 years in a sewing factory and then 14 years as an instructional assistant for the Monroe County Board of Education. She attended Tompkinsville Church of Christ. Judy is survived by her husband, Bobby Joe Biggerstaff, a daughter and son-in-law, Christy and Steve Nunn of Glasgow, a son and daughter-in-law, Dr. Kirk and Christy Biggerstaff of Tompkinsville, 6 grandchildren, Caleb Dubree, Carly Nunn, Katie Nunn, Clayton Campbell, and Connor Biggerstaff, 2 sisters, Janice Russell of Tompkinsville and Joellen Brown of Camellia, a brother, Brother Jerry Tooley of Owensboro. Funeral services for Judy Faye Tooley Biggerstaff will be Sunday at 2 o'clock at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Visitation is Saturday from 5 until 8 and Sunday from 6 until 2. Paul W. Crafton, Sr., age 81, of Terre Haute, Indiana, died Friday, January the 4th at his home. He was the son of the late Wayne and Bonnie Dowell Crafton. Mr. Crafton is survived by his wife Sharon, a son Paul Crafton Jr. of Bonneville, a daughter Kimmy Kyle of Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and 3 grandchildren. A graveside service for Paul W. Crafton Sr. will be Sunday at 2 o'clock at the Campground Cemetery. There will be no visitation. The Seagull Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. A celebration and remembrance of the life of Earl Melton will be held Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Veterans Community Center in Burkesville. Funeral services for Irvin Tooley, age 73, of Tompkinsville, will be Saturday at Oakley Tribble Funeral Home at 1 p.m., with burial to follow in the Mount Nebo Cemetery. Visitation is Friday beginning at 5 p.m. Funeral services for Oreen G. Logston, 86, of Cub Run, will be Saturday at noon at Cherry Springs Baptist Church. Burial to be in the Center Point Cemetery. Visitation begins at 3 p.m. Friday at the Seagull Funeral Home and after 10 Saturday at the church. Funeral services for Cassie R. Blankenship, age 32, of Glasgow, will be Saturday at 1 o'clock at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation Friday from 5 until 8 and Saturday morning until time for services. Memorial service for David Ramsey Gritton, age 65, of Scottsville, will be Friday at 6 p.m. at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial of his cremains in the Ridgewood Memorial Park in Des Plaines, Illinois. Visitation begins at 4 p.m. Friday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Services for Nelda Eaton Strode, age 82, of Austin, will be at 1 o'clock Friday at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home in Scottsville. Burial will follow in the Union No. 1 Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. Visitation begins at 11 o'clock today. Memorial suggested at the Union No. 1 Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery and can be made at the funeral home. Funeral services for Verna Massey, age 88, of Glasgow, will be Friday at 2 p.m. at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins at 4 p.m. today. Service for Laney Lee Powell, age 62, of Stanford, formerly of Glasgow, will be at 11 o'clock Friday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Funeral services for Calvin C. Clements, age 89, of Tompkinsville, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Strode Funeral Home in Tompkinsville. Burial will follow in the Clementsville Cemetery in Clay County, Tennessee. Service for Kimberly Jane Pruitt, 43, of Hardyville, will be today at 1 o'clock, with burial to follow in the Wickerville Cemetery. Services for Margaret Helen Eddings, age 85, of Glasgow, will be at 1 o'clock today at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Services for Bill Morris High, age 70, formerly of Tompkinsville, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Mount Gilead Cemetery. Services for Joyce Ann Adcock, age 80, of Munfordville, will be at 11 o'clock today at the Brooks Funeral Home. Interment in the Munfordville Municipal Cemetery. Funeral services for Patricia Ann Chenoweth, age 80, of Glasgow, will be this morning at 11 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Find the next great piece for your home at Barren River Consignment, where the inventory is designed to provide something for everyone. Affordable household items from mid-century to home decor, including furniture, artwork, dinnerware, glassware, and more. Each piece is cleaned and polished to ensure the highest quality to become the perfect fit for your home. Barren River Consignment also offers estate and tag sale services. Shop for style without breaking the bank. Barren River Consignment, located on L. Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next, because I know he's going to put his
edu/learn/here and climb higher with WKU.
6:33 WCLU. In local sports, on tonight's local high school basketball schedule, in girls action, Hart County hosts Cumberland County. In a boys game, Cumberland County travels to South Warren. In a girl-boy doubleheader, Edmondson County takes on Whitesville Trinity. Things are cooling down, 21 degrees. Ray Stasic says, get ready for a little precip.
Cold air sticking around. Today, the coldest day of the next few, with looks like rain as we look ahead toward the upcoming weekend. Sorry, snow lovers, I don't think enough cold air is going to be around to give us an appreciable chance or amount of snowfall. Although, as we get into Sunday, maybe on the tail end, we may see some snowflakes. A few clouds this morning, becoming partly cloudy as we go on through the day, a cold 36. Some clouds tonight will fall back to a little bit colder, 21. Clouds on the increase tomorrow, 43. Then rain showers and steady rain tomorrow night with some snow possible mixing in. And then on Saturday, it's rain. Highs will be in the mid-40s, with rain maybe ending as a period of snow or snow showers on Sunday, with highs in the low 40s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stagey, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Barometers at 30.34, humidity at 76%, north winds at 7 miles an hour. No precip in the past 24 hours. The National Weather Service has issued a hazardous weather advisory, but if you read it, the city of Glasgow is not actually far enough to the north to be in it, but it all moves to the north. A lot more above I-64, east-west out of Louisville, more so than what southern Kentucky will have, but that is subject to change almost every other minute when you get into this type of weather. 21 degrees now, WCLU.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Lessenberry, last time you got your Ralphie on. What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Ralphie's Fun Center, they got some fun planned for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. That's coming up on the 21st. We'll remind you about that as we get closer to it. We're going to remind you about some birthdays of some special folks today. How about Melissa Barber? Adam Sexton has a birthday. It's Mary Frances Lowe. Greetings from the class of 64 at Austin Tracy High School. Fred Stockton with a birthday today. Karam Kimball is celebrating. Chase Freeman has a birthday today. And Keith Stockton had a birthday yesterday. Those are all related folks who are going to celebrate together. It's good to have all those folks listed on the birthday club today. Luther Rainey, Stacy Lynn Morgan. It's Stacy Lynn Morgan with a birthday. Natalia Shannon is 10, and we have Keontae Crenshaw celebrating a birthday today, too. It's Zane Greer's birthday, Barry Coffey, Eric Lundeen, and Brenda Lowe with a birthday today, and Mary Jo Adams. And we had another birthday yesterday. It was Libby West's birthday, and it's all birthdays today. So there we have it, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here, a simple click at WCLUradio.com. We have a special request for Good as Gold today. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it's Karen Francis Day on the radio. If you happen to see Karen Francis around town, you pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold. From WCLU and Little Taste of Texas, I wanted to read this quote from the person who nominated Karen Francis. Listen up. Says, Karen is such a sweet person. She will help anyone in need, really involved in her church, and would love to her to be an honor one day. How about today, her birthday, the 10th day of January? If you see Karen Francis around, why don't you chime in and do the same thing? 6:38. Let her know she's good as gold. 21 degrees. It's archive time shortly. We'll learn about ourselves.
Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
It just takes one look at the new facility at 1300 West Main Street, and you can tell the People's Bank is growing. And that's because we have great customers who know a thing or two about growth. And what they'll all tell you is, well, the best growth strategy has always been hard work. That's why when it came time for Jerry Anderson to expand his cattle operation, he trusted the growth of his herd to the People's Bank, who worked hard to find the unique solutions to fit his needs. Experience what growth can be like with the People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Account member FDIC.
Do you recognize that theme song? I hope you do. It's the archive. It's where we prepare ourselves to settle back and head back a few, actually 100 years, and see how things were and remind us of how we got here. And it's brought to you by some folks who love history, like Ametasys Home Health and Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Bewley with Ametasys Home Health Care. Here at Ametasys Home Health, we know it is important to you and your family to trust the healthcare professionals that you invite into your home. And we want you to know that you have a choice. If your doctor talks to you and your loved ones about home health, ask for Ametasys. We are a group of compassionate professionals who deliver the best care to our patients in their homes. With Ametasys, expect quality, patient-focused care you need and deserve. Ametasys Home Health with a hometown touch. For more information, call 270-651-7640.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
All right, Sam Terry has joined in here to help us do a little review of history. Sam, how you doing today?
Doing great, except a little bit cold this morning.
Yeah, it's going the wrong direction. We went from 22 to 21. I might have to eat my words when I said we won't get to that 19 they promised. It's just because I think that was hopeful wishing. So we don't get there. We got 100 years worth of stuff. 1919, we got a pictures that Sam has provided us for our very first 1919 tidbit news story we're going to share with you for our watchers and viewers on the EPB Cable 6 and on Facebook. Some really excellent pictures, Sam. FM Breeding. The liveryman has suffered 2 recent safe robberies. On December the 31st, a familiar friend found the safe open and went to the cash drawer and helped himself to $25 in currency. He has left the country, but will be brought into justice if the money is not refunded. You don't hear that. You don't hear giving it back. A thief giving money back as being a refund very often, do you?
It's a little bit different phrasing.
Last Saturday night, another attack was made in which the cash drawer was torn open, damaging the safe considerably, but nothing of much value was found. The thief has not been apprehended. Now, tell me about Mr. Breeding.
Finest Mayhew Breeding was obviously the owner and operator of FM Breeding Livery Stable, which would have been found on what we know as South Race Street today.
Mm-hmm.
And we probably are much more familiar with his daughter, whose name is one frequently mentioned in our community today, Lyra Breeding Mitchell.
Okay. And how did she get that building named after her, I wonder?
Her husband initially built that structure as a memorial to her for the various women's organizations in town, specifically the Woman's Club, which is now defunct, the Garden Club, the Glasgow Musicale, and the BAR. And eventually that was transferred to the city of Glasgow for a community clubhouse. And obviously had some senior citizen activities.
Yeah. That all goes back to a liveryman who had a little girl that she had that building named after. Mr. Breeding, though, here back in 1919 was having some problems with people wanting to borrow some money.
Exactly, and the Breedings lived on West Brown Street, at the corner of Liberty, right there as you start to go up the hill.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a nice location. Wasn't far from work, was it?
No.
Hope you got that refund back, Sam. 1929. Let's look at this piece of information we have for you. Think about how health care has changed in this community. This story in the Republican, Mrs. Madeline K. Wilkinson, the county nurse, has arrived and opened up her office in the courthouse. Mrs. Anna Sims, representative of the State Board of Health, is here to assist Mrs. Wilkinson in her plans for the work. So we had a county nurse, which I guess was advanced health care for 1929. And but the nurse's office was in the courthouse, but it wasn't anything that you couldn't do in the courthouse if you needed to, I guess. And this county nurse's office was another one. It says here that Mrs. Wilkinson there with the state says that she will be in her office each Saturday morning and will answer any questions and see anybody who comes to town. And will be glad to give her advice and help in any way she can. Her first work will be to visit the schools of small towns in the county and to teach the pupils the gospel of right living. That is that's quite a task, quite an assignment, I think, Sam.
It sounds like quite a task, and it makes me wonder if the county nurse was perhaps the precursor of our modern county health department.
It probably was. You know, has a lot of similarities there, teaching people how to live right. And come see us at the courthouse if you got any questions. Be there on Saturday. You think about how easy health care is attainable around here these days. Think about waiting until Saturday just to ask the nurse a question. 1929. 1939, we got some wedding bells to report to you here, Sam. This is news out of Highsville. I bet you are aware of some of these folks, like Miss Mattie Lou Parrish and Mr. W.B. Brown were married in Bowling Green by the Reverend C.C. Omer. They are from Highsville, it says here, Sam. Miss Mary Spillman Montgomery and Mr. Edwin Ferris were married in Horse Cave by Reverend Waterhouse. Ms. Ruth Bennett and Mr. James Wilcox were married in Highsville by Reverend M.C. Wells. Miss Willie Wells and a Mr. Shaw were married during the holidays. We failed to learn the time and the place. I think they failed to learn the first name of the husband, too.
They were all some wonderful folks, and Mattie Lou and W.B. Brown were fixtures around Highsville, and she worked for many years down at Neville's Jewelry Store in Horse Cave. And today you could go out to Signature Healthcare, or what its proper name is now, and see their granddaughter, Amy Loyal.
My goodness. I know her.
And of course, the Ferrises are well-known folks, so lots of influential people in that paragraph.
I like the fact that they, you know, in this particular story, they gave credit to the ministers who married these folks, too. Except for Miss Willie Wells, who she married a Mr. Shaw. I bet they got more familiar with him as time went on.
I bet they did.
All right, 1949, here we have information about the Dale Wiley store burning. The Dale Wiley store, which in parentheses is described as the old W.E. Moore stand in Rocky Hill section, was destroyed by fire of undetermined origin Friday morning around 1 o'clock. The loss was reported as partially covered by insurance. Wiley, who is the store owner, is a World War II veteran. And, of course, that wasn't long after the war, so it makes you feel bad. He's trying to, you know, dig back in here at home after serving in the war, and then his store burns down. I hope some folks helped him, again, try to get recovered there. 1949. 1959, Judge Louis B. Nunn formally filed his candidacy this day for the Republican nomination for governor with the Secretary of the State in Frankfort. Judge Nunn has many friends throughout the state who have urged him to make the race, and that is just what he is going to do. So this was his first try there in 1959, and, of course, we have a lot of news. All of our state news is full of folks who are thinking about running or who have decided to run or did not file, all that kind of stuff. And you can see in 1959 it was just as topical, Sam.
Well, and this is a news story is a great example of the importance of continuing to follow a story to see how it ends. Because in reality, Judge Nunn didn't run for governor in 1959. He ultimately decided that wasn't going to be a good year for a Republican to run, and he didn't. He waited until 1963 to make his first bid for governor.
So we just that's more of the rest of the story.
Exactly.
But he at a young age he had that political savvy down pat, I think, and decided not to run.
And at this time in 1959, he had completed his 4 years as county judge of Barron County, and in 58 had been appointed city attorney and was serving in that capacity at the time.
Continuing to get his name well known. 1969, I don't remember this, but I'm sure it was interesting. This was the day that it was John Deere Day. John Deere Day was held on January the 14th at the Plaza Theater, sponsored by the Glasgow Trading Center. Now, I don't know what all. I'm sure the Travis family was involved in this, but I don't know what they did at the plaza. Did they show movies? There's not a lot of room to bring farm implements down there. Certainly not inside, but maybe around the theater, maybe around back. But it was John Deere Day. Let's do it at the theater. 1969.
To know the rest of that story.
That's right. They showed it in color. There's probably a lot of green, you think?
Possibly so.
1979, an advertisement for, and you know, we were having a conversation the other day around here about, you know, this is when there's boat shows and, you know, getting ready for going to the lake and stuff like that. Well, this was an advertisement in 1979 about Mary Marshall of Glasgow, now showing the 1979 swimsuits for the warm days that are sure to come. So if you wanted to know what the latest models, speaking of clothing, would be, go to Mary Marshall here in 1979 and see what was coming up for summer. Pretty trendy way to do it, you know. Too cold to wear it, but you can certainly come and check it out. There's a lot of young debutantes who were well dressed with the help of Mary Marshall around here. Let's see. We are at 1989. This was a day we got some really good pictures here that Sam has shared with us about an announcement that was sad to all of us here in 1989. J.J. Newberry will close its doors on January the 12th, 1989, on the North Public Square. George Davis, the longtime manager, Newberry's opened in 1929. It burned in 1940. It was remodeled in 1954 into one of 3 stores. If you are looking, and I was telling Wes yesterday, Sam, this picture we have on EPB Channel 6 and, of course, on Facebook Live and around the world, you can see the lunch counter at J.J. Newberry, the chairs, the seats. Of course, there's nobody in the store at the time, but I can remember seeing those chairs full and people lined up behind the chairs, 2 or 3 deep, waiting for the next available chair to come open.
That was a very familiar sight, and you can't help but look at that picture if you were ever there.
Yeah.
And not almost begin to smell what Newberry's was like.
Yes.
Because it was this interesting combination of Mexican hamburgers, roasting nuts, a sweet smell, sort of like your great-grandmother's old perfume bottle or something. And, it was just a little wonderland for the senses, both for vision and smell and taste to experience Newberry's.
Yeah, it was. And it's one that, you know, I don't believe it could ever be replicated, but certainly the memories can be replicated, and I know that a lot of folks have a lot of memories. There's a picture on the screen right now that was made, I don't know what year this picture was made, and I'd love to get it where we can zoom into it sometime and see a lot of good faces there, a lot of folks that make a lot of, I guess, how do I say it, a lot of memories of these folks who were down there. And this must have been close to when they were closing there, Sam, this picture was made.
I think it was in the 60s, and that photo is courtesy of the late Miss Alice Gorby.
Oh, okay.
Many years.
Yes, she did.
At Newberry's. She was a fixture, literally,
yes.
At Newberry's, along with Mary Ed Chamberlain.
Mary Ed's in the picture up there on the right-hand side. I can see her. And there's just several other folks in there. Miss Froge is there on the front row, and Mr. Davis is there on the back row, and just a lot of good folks right there for sure. A lot of good faces, a lot of good memories.
And you can't miss mentioning Melba Humphrey.
Oh, no question about it.
At lunch counter and cooked all those Mexican hamburgers for many years.
Yes, indeed. There's a lot. She probably can recall that delicious aroma better than anybody. Those are great pictures, Sam, and Miss Gold.
Well, and I think for our listeners and viewers, Henry, who might not be familiar with Glasgow in the past, we need to explain that Newberry's stood where the current county government building is on the north side of the square. So
exactly.
Here, you wouldn't know where we're talking about.
Yeah, but it was the place. You know, that crosswalk came from the courthouse right into the front door of J.J. Newberry back in the day. Of course, it got moved down the road a little bit, but that's kind of where it was. It was a happening, hopping place for sure, Sam. And it was in '89 when we were sad to learn it was going to close. 1999, let's see here. I'll do this quick. We're about out of time, but we had TV this day in 1999. We could turn on NBC and watch Arkansas versus Mississippi in college basketball or Law and Order. We could click over to ABC and watch Dharma and Greg, Two Guys and a Girl, Drew Carey, Whose Line Is It, and 2020. Or we could flip over to CBS and watch Jag, 60 Minutes 2, and Chicago Hope. That was back in the day when it came on when it did, and you had to watch it. You had to watch it then. No binge watching or taping it or anything.
And it's hard to imagine that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, it is. And how that's changed, how our choices have multiplied. And finally, 10 years ago this day, a good little story here in the Glasgow Daily Times about lights, camera, and cure. That was the theme, and a creative theme for the 25th Relay for Life event this spring, and certainly something that has made a difference. And I've been reading the news stories about the fact that it is working. Probably not as quickly and as thoroughly as a lot of folks would like, but the cases of cancer deaths is at an all-time low. We just got to keep working at it, Sam. Lights, camera, cure. All right, thanks for sharing so much. Thanks for the great pictures, and thanks for the great insight and explaining a few things, mostly about where things were that are now something else. And we'll reconvene tomorrow and share some of the past, okay?
We'll see you then.
Okay, Sam Terry, local historian, sharing information on the archives, and we thank our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services and Amedisys Home Health. And we thank these archivists who just whet our appetite with history, digging, Ray Green, Ms. Gail Berry, and the good folks out at the Cultural Center. We'll reconvene tomorrow.
An associate degree is a great start to your college journey. But why stop there? People with a bachelor's degree earn more money, have more career satisfaction, and are more likely to climb higher within their organization. Take your education and your career to the next level and transfer your associate degree to WKU in Glasgow. You may qualify for a transfer scholarship of up to $4,000. Spring registration is going on now, so visit wku.edu/learn/here and climb higher with WKU.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse. The only place you need to go for all of your automotive...
To the neighborhood, us, next to Glasgow High School on Columbia Avenue. Hardee's, because it tastes better. Now open.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank. Hello, I'm Todd Lockett, ag lender with South Central Bank. When I made the choice to join the South Central Bank team, I was blown away by our commitment to customer service and relationship banking. At South Central Bank, we work hard to cultivate trust and respect. The vision of the Bell family has grown from one single location to 29 convenient locations, each equipped to handle any of your needs, from cashing a check to buying your dream home or starting your business or farming operation. I would love the opportunity to gain your business and show you why South Central Bank is filled with people you can count on. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
A few clouds this morning, becoming partly cloudy as we go on through the day, a cold 36. Some clouds tonight will fall back to a little bit colder, 21. Clouds on the increase tomorrow, 43. Then rain showers and steady rain tomorrow night with some snow possible mixing in. And then on Saturday, it's rain. Highs will be in the mid-40s with rain maybe ending as a period of snow or snow showers on Sunday, with highs in the low 40s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgey, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
We're hanging on to 21 degrees this morning as we get our start here at WCLU. The barometer is at 30.34, 76% humidity, north winds at 7 miles an hour. Radar screen is nice and quiet, but it sounds like we're going to have a little precipitation. Right now the models look like what we're going to have is going to be mostly in the form of rain, but that's the kind of stuff that changes rather quickly. 21 degrees at WCLU. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
When God was instructing the children of Israel as to how to escape the 10th and final plague, the final plague that would let them out of Egypt at last, he said in Exodus 12:13, "Now the blood shall be a sign for you on the houses where you are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be on you to destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt." God demanded to see the blood in order for them to be saved. Now we fast forward in history to our present day. God still demands to see the blood in order to save us. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 7 says that it's the blood of Jesus that cleanses us from our iniquities. And in Revelation 7:14, it's those that have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb that shall be saved. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop.
Callie Joe Habhab is turning 7 today. That's right. Callie Joe Habhab turning 7. I think that's everybody here. Don't forget today at noon, it's the chair yoga class taught by Beska Moore at the Merriweather Library. You can sign up today over at the library and find out about it. Also today at 10 o'clock, coloring isn't just for kids anymore. It can reduce anxiety and create focus. We all need a little more of that. Come to the library today at 10 o'clock. They'll be providing color pages, supplies, and refreshments. We've got trivia coming up just in a sec. The colder air has arrived. Are you ready at home to deal with the colder air? Glasgow Building Supply is ready to help you with a quality Eden Pure heater. Keep your home warm with the efficiency of the Eden Pure. It comes in the low profile version or the tower version with the new and improved copper XH hybrid heat technology. Available in walnut and in maple, and available in the low profile and the tower size. Come to Glasgow Building Supply. You will see how inexpensive heating your home can be. That's Glasgow Building Supply on 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Proud to have new sponsor here on Trivia. We're talking about the good folks at Little Caesars. Little Caesars sponsors Trivia. Somebody's going to win either a pepperoni pizza or a sausage pizza just for answering the question right. Get ready to think about it.
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesars' new Extra Most Bestest Hot and Ready Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy thin crust pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesars Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra Most Bestest Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza versus large round one topping thin crust pepperoni pizza. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax. text.
Who's going to win one? Answer the question. It could be you. 651-9149-800-956-1023. This is a medical question, by the way. If you were born with a dermatoglyphia, what do you not have? You're born with a dermatoglyphia. What do you not have? 651-9149-800-956-1023. Good morning, Trivia. Nope, it's not that. If you are born with a dermatoglyphia, you don't have something. What is it? Trivia.
No pigment in your skin.
No, it's not right. A dermatoglyphia. What do you not have? Pretty rare, I think, but hey, trivia.
You don't have a limeo.
No. You have a glyphia. If you are born with a dermatoglyphia, what do you not have? Hello, trivia.
Fingerprints.
That's right. Who's it speaking?
It's Benny Lyle.
Takes a doctor to answer that question, doesn't it?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Dr. Benny Lyle. That's right. There are some people, Dr. Lyle, who are born without fingerprints. It's a pretty rare case, but anyway, it's called a dermatoglyphia.
As I understand it, it's the ridges in the palm of your hand, actually the soles of your feet too, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you're kind of left without some important things there, I think.
Well, depending, if you want a life of crime,
That's right.
You might enjoy that.
That's right. They'll have to measure your fingers, not take a print of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've done a good job of chiming in here, and I thought that was a pretty tough question, but you came in there and hammered out an answer. Benny.
All right. I thank you, Henry.
And thank you, and we want to hear back from you and hear which picture you chose, okay?
All right. We'll do that.
See you, Benny. Benny Lyle, Dr. Benny Lyle, he's put that medical term to good use. If you're born with a dermatoglyphia, you don't have fingerprints. We'll play tomorrow. Maybe it'll be something that's right up your alley.
CBS News updates. Didn't last too long. Latest effort toward ending the partial government shutdown. 15 minutes into the White House meeting, Democratic Senate Leader Chuck Schumer says the president threw a tantrum.
He sort of slammed the table, and when Leader Pelosi said she didn't agree with the wall, he just walked out.
After a meeting of moderate Republican lawmakers, Senator Lindsey Graham had this to say.
It's in its infant stages. No commitment by anybody, but I'm somewhat hopeful that maybe there's a way to get what the president wants in a fashion that would do the least amount of damage to the country as possible.
Day 20 of the government shutdown, 800,000 federal workers going without paychecks, including some prison guards. Eric Young, Council of Prison Locals.
If something happens to any of our professionals behind this distraction, blood will be on your hands. Stop playing chicken with our lives.
The shutdown goes on. CBS News Update, I'm Jim Taylor.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
got it.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. A Glasgow man was placed under arrest after repeatedly telling Glasgow police officers that he was his brother. 26-year-old Troy Vibbert was pulled over on a routine traffic stop. The man could not produce a photo identification, but repeatedly said his name was Zachary Vibbert, born December 7th of 1997. Glasgow police warned Vibbert that he was giving any false information, he would be charged, and Vibbert insisted that his name was Zachary Vibbert and his date of birth was 12/07/1997. Officers ran the information through NCIC and the picture did not match. The officer advised him that the information he gave was a boy that the policeman that had actually gone to school with, and that he was not him. And that he was not him. The subject stated his real name was Troy Vibbert and that Zachary was his brother. It was determined the identity of Troy Vibbert and date of birth was April 28, 1992. During the investigation, it was also determined that Vibbert lied about information because he had 4 active warrants dating back to June of 2018, and he was trying to avoid being detected. He was lodged in the Barron County Jail. On Monday night, Deputy Stephen Shields and Deputy Jacob Hodges with the Hart County Sheriff's Office responded to a drug complaint at Cedar Cliff Church Road in Horse Cave. Upon arrival, deputies gained probable cause for the execution of a search warrant. Upon execution of the search warrant, over 9 pounds of marijuana and over $17,000 in cash were discovered. Arrested were Nicholas K. Boer, age 24 of Horse Cave, Jared M. Boer, age 26 of Horse Cave, and Catriona P. Soto, age 25 of Greensburg. All subjects were lodged in the Hart County Jail. Assisting on the scene were Munfordville Police Department and the Kentucky State Police. Also on Sunday morning, the Hart County Sheriff's Office Deputy Bruce Neville responded to a possible wanted subject around the 8000 block of Priceville Road who was possibly hiding in the woods. Deputy Neville and Deputy Caleb Butler found and arrested Clifford Schaffner, age 46, for drug paraphernalia buy/possess and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. A Barron County indictment warrant was also served. Trafficking in a controlled substance, first-degree first offense, tampering with physical evidence, and drug paraphernalia buy/possess, and carrying a concealed deadly weapon and persistent felony offender first degree. Schaffner was lodged in the Hart County Jail. Warren County has a new sheriff, and that's not something you can say very often there. After Peanuts Gaines held the office for many decades, Brett Hightower is the man in charge of the sheriff's office in Warren County. He is hosting a meet and greet on January the 18th. The event will be held in the Warren County Fiscal Courtroom. It will take place from 10 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. The number of members serving on the Barron County Special Ambulance Taxing District Board could see a rise in the number of individuals comprising that board. The Administrative Committee is holding a meeting to vote on whether or not to increase the number of representatives from 3 to 5. That meeting will take place Tuesday, January 15th at 7:15 a.m. in the Fiscal Courtroom. It is expected that appointments will be made to the Taxing District Board during the meeting. Recommendations on county employees will be made as well. Each year, thousands of sandhill cranes make Barron River Lake a stop on their journey back home. You can join Barron River Lake State Resort Park during its Nature Watch weekend, which takes place January 23rd through the 27th, and get up close and personal to these beautiful cranes as they migrate through the area. Participants can register for one of 2 trips. The morning sunrise trip takes guests to the roosting site before sunrise to experience the beauty of the cranes leaving the roost as they journey to nearby cornfields to spend the day. The sunset trip begins by viewing the birds in the cornfields and ends at the roosting site, so you can view the magnificence of thousands of cranes circling overhead as they get ready to settle down for the night. Those dates are selected based on historical records under normal weather conditions in January and past trends of the crane's arrival in this area. This narrow window of opportunity can vary by several days based on weather, the cranes, and the migration schedule. The registration fee includes all educational sessions, a boxed lunch, and a long-sleeved T-shirt, and your choice of a morning or afternoon tour by van. You can call the State Resort Park at Barron River Lake at 270-646-2151 for more information. More local news when we continue here in just a moment. Right now it is 21 degrees at 7:15.
Find the next great piece for your home at Barren River Consignment, where the inventory is designed to provide something for everyone. Affordable household items from mid-century to home decor, including furniture, artwork, dinnerware, glassware, and more. Each piece is cleaned and polished to ensure the highest quality to become the perfect fit for your home. Barren River Consignment also offers estate and tag sale services. Shop for style without breaking the bank. Barren River Consignment, located on L. Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
In more local news at this hour, Governor Matt Bevin has called for a special election to fill a vacancy in the Kentucky Senate. Former Senator Ray Jones, a Democrat from Pikeville, resigned the 31st District seat, which covers Elliott, Lawrence, Martin, Morgan, and Pike counties, and after he was elected the Pike County Judge Executive back in November. Governor Bevin issued the writ of election on Monday, the day before the General Assembly convened, and set the special election for March the 5th. According to the Secretary of State's office, the filing deadline for Republican and Democratic candidates nominated by their parties and independent and political group/organization candidates must be filed with the Secretary of State's office no later than Tuesday, January the 15th. The 2019 Kentucky General Assembly was gavelled into order on Tuesday with the House naming the 9-member panel to examine a disputed election. The first order of business was the swearing in of all members who were certified as winning the November election and included 32 new lawmakers. One of them was Republican Jim Glenn, a Democrat from Owensboro, who defeated Republican incumbent D.J. Johnson in the 13th District race by 1 vote. Johnson filed to contest the results, and a board chosen by lot from the other members will determine whether to sustain the certified results. After taking their oath of office, members elected Representative David Osborne, Republican from Prospect, to be Speaker of the House, and Republican David Meade, Republican from the Stanford area, was the Speaker pro tem, both by acclamation. The House Committee on Committees then approved a report establishing an election contest board to address Johnson's filing. The name of 9 members were drawn at random to be members of the board. Each person whose name was drawn was called to the front of the chamber, where Speaker Osborne asked each of them, "Can you, without great personal inconvenience, serve on the board without an undue bias for or against either of the parties?" Each of those answered that they could, including Steve Riley from Barron County, who will serve in addition to 8 other members, including 3 Democrats and 5 Republicans. Patty Minter from Bowling Green, Tommy Turner of Somerset, Rocky Adkins of Sandy Hook, and the minority floor leader. Also Jason Petrie, a Republican from Elkton, Bart Rowland of Tompkinsville, Matthew Koch of Paris, John Carney, the majority floor leader, and Josie Raymond, a Democrat from Louisville. Minter, Koch, and Raymond are members who took oath of office for the first time yesterday. Glenn, who noted the election results giving him a 1-vote win, were certified by the Davis County and State Board of Elections, told reporters he was concerned about the process. He says, quote, "My concern is not about me. My concern is over the next 10, 20, or 30 years. If you do this now and you're telling the public that one vote counts, who are you kidding? I think they've already made their decision," he said, referring to the majority Republicans. For WCLU Local News, I am Wes Royce. Up next, Glasgow High School senior McKay Bowles has this week's Scotty Report.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Attention, all students, check your first semester grades on Infinite Campus. If you see a problem, let your teachers know. Grades will be posted to transcripts this Friday, so all grade corrections should be made no later than this afternoon. Friday is the deadline to register for the February ACT. AP students, don't forget AP exam registration is now open. Please make sure to register for your exams before the early bird deadline, February 25th. If you have questions, please see Miss Martin. Also, students should stop by the yearbook table set up outside the cafeteria to check the spelling of their name for the yearbook. Seniors should also stop by to choose their yearbook photo and turn in their senior quote. Attention seniors, a representative from KHEAA will be here on Friday, January 11th from 1 to 3 to assist with FAFSA issues. Any boy or girl wishing to play Scotty tennis this season should stop by the office before February 1st and pick up an information packet. Also, if needed, physical forms are available as well. If you have participated in a fall or winter sport, you don't need another physical to play tennis. Forms included in the packet and physical forms must be turned in at the first practice. The swim team will compete in the Best of the West in Bowling Green this weekend. Congratulations to the Lady Scotty and Scotty basketball teams for their wins over Warren East in their first round of the Class 2A tournament. They will host Allen County this Friday night with the girls' game beginning at 6 and the boys' game will follow. Both teams will travel to Hopkins Central this Saturday to play Callaway County in the second round of the 2A tournament. Good luck to all of our Scotties this weekend. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Medical marijuana legislation is being filed in the Kentucky General Assembly.
The verdict is in, my friend, and medical marijuana is good.
Republican Representatives Jason Nemes and Diane St. Onge are sponsoring the bill that would legalize cannabis use for health problems. Representative Nemes.
It's a trust the doctor bill. Legislators ought not be involved in the relationship between the doctor and the patient with respect to whether or not medical marijuana is an option.
Critics of medical marijuana, including Governor Bevin, worry it's a gateway drug. Similar legislation has failed in the past. I'm Haley Hansen.
A Kentucky lawmaker is introducing a new bill that would ban abortions in the state as soon as a fetal heartbeat is detected. Representative Robert Gofort's bill was pre-filed in mid-December and would make it a felony for doctors to perform an abortion once the heartbeat is detected. The FBI says a missing Kentucky armored car driver is being charged with theft after disappearing last month with a large sum of money. Louisville Police Lieutenant Steve Coughlin says 29-year-old Mark Espinoza and an undisclosed amount of money vanished from outside a Louisville mall on December 5th.
GARDA has also been cooperative during this investigation and has offered a reward up to $50,000 for information leading to the recovery of the stolen funds and the arrest and conviction of those responsible.
The FBI says Espinoza was directly involved in the theft from the armored car and is armed and dangerous. And the U.S. Mine Safety and Health Administration says coal mining-related deaths have reached a record low in Kentucky, where a single miner died last year. Federal records and investigators say 29-year-old Hubert Grubbs Jr. died in March when he was caught in an underground conveyor belt at a mine near Cumberland. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
Takes one look at the new facility at 1300 West Main Street, and you can tell the People's Bank is growing. And that's because we have great customers who know a thing or two about growth. And what they'll all tell you is, well, the best growth strategy has always been hard work. That's why when it came time for Jerry Anderson to expand his cattle operation, he trusted the growth of his herd to the People's Bank, who worked hard to find the unique solutions to fit his needs. Experience what growth can be like with the People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of the mouse.
5939. In local sports, on tonight's local high school basketball schedule, in girls action, Hart County hosts Cumberland County. In a boys game, Cumberland County travels to South Warren. In a girl-boy doubleheader, Edmondson County takes on Whitesville Trinity. Things are cooling down, 21 degrees. Ray Stasic says, get ready for a little precip.
It's here, y'all. The cold weather season has made its way around one more time. This is Whitney at Big Meadow Oil, and I'm ready for it. Are you? Be sure to check your tanks often. You never know when we might get one of those crazy Kentucky winter storms. Make sure you have a backup plan for heating. We have kerosene to help keep you warm and toasty. Keep your vehicles at least half full in case you get stuck out in those frigid temperatures. Our diesel, as always, is treated with Power Service diesel additive to help with cold weather starting. Come by our office at 219 Industrial Drive or call 270-651-5212 and let us help you stay warm this winter season. Big Meadow Oil, warming home since 1981.
A few clouds this morning, becoming partly cloudy as we go on through the day, a cold 36. Some clouds tonight will fall back to a little bit colder, 21. Clouds on the increase tomorrow, 43. Then rain showers and steady rain tomorrow night with some snow possible mixing in. And then on Saturday, it's rain. Highs will be in the mid-40s with rain maybe ending as a period of snow or snow showers on Sunday with highs in the low 40s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stagey, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by McDonald's.
Now, what's better than your McDonald's favorites? 2 McDonald's favorites for just $5. Welcome back, the 2 for $5 mix and match deal. Now, with the juicy quarter pounder with cheese. So you can mix it with the flaky filet-o-fish, saucy Big Mac, or 10-piece chicken McNuggets. Choose 2 of your favorites for just $5, only at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time only. Single item at regular price.
Well, let's look at the current conditions here this morning. First of all, the barometer's at 30.34, the humidity at 76%. The winds are to the north at 7 miles an hour, and no precip in the past 24 hours. That sun looks good out there, but it looks deceptively good is the word I'm looking for, because it's not nearly as warm as what the sun would have us believe out there for sure. 21. The new Hardee's is now open in Glasgow. Normally, when someone moves into the neighborhood, you welcome them, preferably with biscuits. But we already make biscuits from scratch, hand-breaded chicken tenders, and 100% Angus beef thick burgers. So don't you go welcoming us. We can welcome ourselves and shake our own hands. But that doesn't mean if you visit us, we won't welcome you. And welcoming you with welcome biscuits is all we need to welcome ourselves. Got it? Good. Welcome to the neighborhood. Us. Next to Glasgow High School on Columbia Avenue. Hardee's, because it tastes better. Now open.
A new year can often bring new challenges, but not when it comes to buying a vehicle at Bailey Gibson. At 306 Happy Valley Road, there will be no high-pressure haggling, just an honest effort to help you find the car or truck you're searching for. No stress or fret at Bailey Gibson in 2019. All you have to do is enjoy your new ride and that new car smell.
Yum! That new car smell is the best. It's almost as good as chocolate.
306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, the home of Bailey Gibson Buick GMC.
Good morning, friends. President Ronald Reagan once said words something like this:
If not us, who? If not here, where? If not now, when? It seems we always hear the cry from our teenagers as well as adults. What can we do? Where can we go? We're bored. Have we raised a society that constantly has to be entertained? How about this? Go home, mow the yard, wash the windows, clean the house, learn to cook, get a job, visit the sick, study your lessons, study the Bible, and after you've finished, read a book. Your town does not owe you a constant stream of entertainment or recreational facilities. Your parents do not owe you fun constantly. The world does not owe you a living, and the church does not owe you entertainment. You owe the world, the church, and your community something. You owe them your time, your energy, and your talent, so that no one will be at war, no one will be in poverty, no one will be sick, no one will be neglected, and no one will be lonely again. No one will be lost without Christ. In other words, grow up. Stop being a crybaby, get out of your self-centered dream world, and develop a backbone instead of a wishbone. Start behaving like a responsible person. You are important and you are needed. It's too late to sit around and wait for somebody to do something someday. Someday is now, and that somebody is you. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Ralphie's Fun Center, the sponsor of the birthdays here in WCLU. We got a bunch to tell you about here today. Let me, first of all, talk about Eric Lundeen. Berry Coffee. It's Brenda Lowe's birthday. Mary Jo Adams. Callie Jo Habhab has a birthday today. Zane Greer. Keontae Crenshaw. Natalia Shannon, we understand, is 10 today. Stacy Lynn Morgan. Luther Rainey with a birthday. It's Fred Stockton's birthday. It's Kara McKimble. And it's Chase Freeman. They're all related, cousins in there. And we've got Keith Stockton, who had a birthday yesterday. And also we have Libby West, who had a birthday yesterday. It's the birthday today of Adam Sexton, Melissa Barber, and Mary Frances Lowe has a birthday today, too. Isn't that a good bunch of folk? Yes, it is. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online is WCLUradio.com. Also, we need to tell you that today we are patting on the back Karen Francis. That's right. It's Karen Francis Day on the radio. She was nominated to be Good as Gold, and just kind of worked out we could get her nominated on her birthday. So, let me tell you what this person wrote in the nomination form. Karen is such a sweet person. She will help anyone in need. Really involved in her church. Would love for her to be honored one day. Well, how about this day? And we appreciate it. Just go to the website. You can see the form for submitting a Good as Gold nomination at WCLUradio.com. 7:33. Thanks to Ralphie's Fun Center for making birthdays fun.
Find the next great piece for your home at Barren River Consignment, where the inventory is designed to provide something for everyone. Affordable household items from mid-century to home decor, including furniture, artwork, dinnerware, glassware, and more. Each piece is cleaned and polished to ensure the highest quality to become the perfect fit for your home. Barren River Consignment also offers estate and tag sale services. Shop for style without breaking the bank. Barren River Consignment, located on L. Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
$7:35 here at WCLU. Let me get over here. I'm not used to having somebody here to do the tidbits with. So, Wes, I'm going to find the tidbit news intro here, and we'll do tidbits, all right? All right.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, it's time to look at tidbit news, which we, I guess, how do I say it? We don't get to share these things as much as what there's interesting things on here to share.
Strange and unique things happen all over the world.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just a few little tidbits to share with you here today. Do you remember this song?
Oh, yeah.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Looking Panub.
Yeah, I like that. Anyway, that'd be a good theme song for this story right here of looking for love, all right?
Oh, it's a sad story.
There's an Oklahoma woman who is looking for love, and she got more than she bargained for when she unwittingly shared her exhilaration about illegally shooting a big old buck. And she shared this on a dating app.
Mm-hmm.
And also on the dating app was the state game warden. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Oklahoma game warden Cannon Harrison says he uncovered the poaching in a conversation on Bumble with a...
Bumble? I don't know about Bumble.
I guess it's a dating app.
I'm sure it is.
With the McIntosh County woman.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about using a spotlight to shoot the deer at night outside the rifle season. The woman only harvested the head and the back strap meat, and she sent Mr. Harrison, or Warden Harrison, pictures as proof.
Wow.
The woman has pleaded guilty to charges of improper possession of an illegally taken animal and taking game out of season. She and an accomplice faced $2,400 in fines, but really doesn't sound that bad for as heinous of a crime as that is.
I would think that they probably never connected for a real date.
The incident was posted on the Oklahoma Game Warden's Facebook page on Sunday night.
Where it might end.
So did they say which warden it was? Did they say he was actually trying to find a date?
I don't know. He was Bumble? Because you wouldn't think that that'd be where he would just patrol for looking for people, you know? People who did illegal things with game. Well, that kind of a game, I guess.
Bumble. It's all the buzz.
That's exactly right. So anyway, this woman says, I'm going to get out of the looking for love business. All right.
Well,
we talked about that.
That's not really anything to brag about.
No, not at all.
Maybe she's just looking for a certain kind of guy. She thought that might.
An outdoorsman. Let's go on a date and, harvest some deer.
So for some people, that's romantic.
Let's look at this story. This is how this happened, I think, is interesting. There's an 86-year-old woman in California, West, and she is swinging into the Guinness Book of World Records. She has become, are you ready for this, the world's oldest trapeze artist.
I like that, swinging into the history books.
Her name is Betty Goedhart. She's from La Jolla, and says she never would have captured the record for being the oldest performing flying female trapeze artist if she hadn't received a gift certificate for a lesson at Trapeze High in Escondido, California, for her 78th birthday. Now, you think about people who have set the world record of things. They've probably been doing it all their life. No. This lady, for her 78th birthday, got a gift certificate to learn how to get on the trapeze.
There's more than just the rocking years.
And
the
8 years later, she breaks the record. You see, It's that is contrary to teaching old dogs new tricks.
Well, you want to live a long time, do things you're not supposed to do.
That's right. She said that trying the sport helped her overcome her long-standing fear of heights.
Well, that's good.
Very frightened of heights, she says. Very scared of standing on that platform and looking down, and it's higher than you think, she told KSWB-TV, K-Swab. But I'm here. I jumped, and it was like it changed my life. Miss Goldhart now has a spot in the 2019 Guinness Book of World Records, but she said she hopes her record doesn't stand forever. But I hope somebody beats me someday, Miss Goldhart said. I was honored, and it is still an honor. And I think that's, that's really, it's an unusual story, but you zoom out a little bit, it's an inspiring story.
It really is. It's
She's
a liberating
86
feeling to face your fears.
Yeah, and she never even, somebody gave her a gift certificate to go to try one time at Trappings High School.
I want to know who that person was.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's not really a 78-year-old person's gift.
Well, if you're going to draw a stereotype, I guess that's true. But see, the sky's the limit. And anyway, that's
pretty cool.
Out of La Jolla, California this morning. I think that's neat. I got to get to check that out on Guinness Book of World Records. And I had a video on this, and this lady is shall we say, she looks younger than what 86 might look like, and she takes care of herself. And
yeah, and then of course, if you're that age, you know how many of your friends who can't do that, but hey, would probably like to.
But it's inspiring.
You got to do it for those people too.
Encouraging, as they say. And finally, this story, I just threw this in here. There's a Maryland man who collected his second major lottery prize thanks to a set of numbers he says came to him in a dream.
We heard about this guy.
Oh, you did? Have we already talked about this on the air?
Well, months ago.
Okay.
Months ago, the first time he won.
Okay. His name is Richard Joyner. He's from Havre de Grace in Maryland. Told Maryland lottery officials that the numbers 4, 8, 5, and 6 appeared in a recent dream. I don't know what he was dreaming about, but
horse racing.
He recognizes they were the same numbers that appeared on a form that he often processed while he was in the Army. 4856, Army Developmental Counseling Form. He says, I've dreamt of numbers from dates, events, and sports all of my life. I just try to use them to my advantage. Mr. Joyner said he did some research and discovered the numbers from his dreams also seemed to be frequent lucky numbers for past Keno and racetracks lottery games.
Wow, talk about getting in touch with your inner spirit there.
He tried them out on 5 virtual horse races in the racetracks game at the Aberdeen Sunoco store. The numbers earned him $15,252 jackpot.
Wow.
He previously had visited lottery headquarters in September of this past year. That's when he scored $39,697 in a racetracks jackpot. He said the numbers from the game also appeared to him in a dream. So that, you know how you say, you're laying on the couch asleep, I got to wake up and make some money.
You got to think the casino workers are starting to kind of figure this out.
Yeah.
They, you see that guy over there napping?
Yeah,
when he wakes up, bet like he does.
Get his numbers. Ask him, say, what's your license plate? All right. So there we have it. Little tidbit news. We got the deer poaching Wookin-Padub woman. And, lots of tidbit news out there, Wes.
Do we have time for music history today?
We do, but let's do this. Let me take a quick break and see.
I was going to say bye to Facebook if we're going to do that.
Yeah, and also we want to, but don't say bye to Facebook until we have checked in with Bobby Lee.
That's right. We got to do that, too.
And then we'll do some music history, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
A college degree can mean the difference between a job you need and a career you love. But getting your degree may seem impossible because of your busy schedule. WKU Online is here to help. With over 100 online degree options, you can choose the degree that fits your goals and have the flexibility you need to fit your schedule. So get ready for that career you've been dreaming of and climb with us. Spring registration is going on now. Visit wku.edu/online today because life at the top is worth the climb.
Are you looking for a new career or maybe just part-time work? Ahead Staffing in Glasgow and Bowling Green can help make that happen. They're now taking applications for immediate job openings in the manufacturing and food production industry with competitive pay and benefits. The job market is in high demand for new employees. So whether you're looking for a full-time or part-time job, go see Ahead Staffing in Glasgow or Bowling Green and get started on a path to your own fulfilling career. You must be able to pass a drug test and you will be subject to a background check. Call 270-904-3777 in Bowling Green, or in Glasgow, call 270-361-5119 to learn more. Or you can always go to aheadstaffingbg.com. With so many opportunities available, see why Ahead Staffing is the place so many in Southern Kentucky have chosen to help find the right job for them. And don't forget to visit aheadstaffingbg.com.
One of the favorite parts of my day is to get on the phone here and talk to Bobby Lee Hurt. He's a smart guy. He runs an excellent business, and he's a good guy to talk to. And Bobby, last time we were talking on Elvis's birthday, and you were telling me about how many folks compared you to Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of people compare me to Elvis. Yeah, but the problem is it's the opposite way.
But I'm sure he had a big birthday there for sure.
I'm sure so.
So here we are 2 days later, and I just know that you have really been on the prowl, making sure that you got the new business is open down there at the bottom of the hill at your place, the barber shop.
That's right.
And so, you want to be sure and have a good-looking lot when you got these new company coming in the neighborhood.
That's right. We want a clean cut also. Just like
That's right. That's right. Take a little off of the top.
Yeah, that's right. We're glad to have them as a neighbor. And, they'll be good neighbors.
Yeah. So what's the big arrivals over there?
We just got in, Henry, a 2013 Chevy Suburban. It's got the LTZ model on it.
Mm-hmm.
Four-wheel drive, third-row seat, got all the extras you'd want.
Sounds like it.
Just 18.9.
Ooh. What was the year on that again?
2013. Okay.
I wouldn't even venture to guess what the original sticker price on that thing was.
Oh, it'd be probably around $75,000.
That's
yeah.
I'd say you're about right.
Yeah. So come in and take advantage, and it looks like a new one. It's a one-owner, local trade.
Yeah.
Come in and check it out.
Yeah. Okay? I bet it won't stay long.
Hope not. Also, Henry, got a 2013 Volvo. It's an XC90, third-row seat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Really sharp-looking vehicle, silver in color with black leather. And we've got it priced for just $14,900. Okay?
All right.
Okay. And moving on down the line, got an 09 Dodge Journey. It's third-row seat as well, two-wheel drive. We've got it priced for just $5,900.
People, those cars have got a lot of extras, a lot of creative things are built on those Dodge Journeys, and to be able to pick one up for $5,900, you've done good.
You most certainly have. So come in, and I don't think this one will last long, Henry. So
right.
And last but not least, we got a 02 Cadillac sedan DeVille. Pearl white, low miles, and it's a sharp-looking ride, Henry, for $3,500. Okay.
Now is that one of those Cadillacs you can get that gangster lean in?
Yeah, that's right. You most certainly can. Hey, lean any way you want. Hey.
Remember that song, Diamond in the Back, Sunroof Top, digging the scene with the gangster lean?
Hey, that's right. Hey, this will fit the bill, Henry. So
Bob, crank it up and test drive it.
That's right. Yeah. Crank it up, test drive it, play a little Elvis on there if you want to.
Right. And what was the price on that again, Bobby Lee?
Just $3,500.
My goodness. You're trying to have something for everybody, and it's paying off because you got a lot of happy customers that can refer back to Bobby Lee Hurt at Hurt Auto Sales for sure.
We have a lot of good customers, and we hope to have a lot more, Henry. So just come in today if you're out browsing around, and stop in and say hello. Okay.
You're at the foot of Standpipe Hill on West Main Street, 621 West Main Street. If we have people listening from out of town, And they will say, I want to go to Glasgow and find that car place. Well, just type it into your GPS, 621 West Main Street. But the glistening glimmer of all these great-looking vehicles will pull you in long before the GPS will up there at Hurt Auto Sales. 621 West Main. Bobby Hurt says, you want to know what we got? 590-1181, I'll tell you. And what's the motto?
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
Enjoy your day, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, Henry.
See ya. Bobby Lee Hurt. That's right. 21 degrees, 750.
A college degree can mean the difference between a job you need and a career you love. But getting your degree may seem impossible because of your busy schedule. WKU Online is